So thank you, Aidan, for being here. I think we can start.
Okay,
Um,
great, great. Well, yeah, thanks, Marco. Probably see a few folks coming in right now, but in general, I think over the last 2 weeks, things have been really moving forward on the Jigstack development side. There's been a lot of activity. We got in our third developer there on June the 14th, as expected. So he's been onboarded, he's been looking through the documentation, he's been reviewing code bases, he's been getting up to speed in our process. So he's now nearly in a place where he's going to start development very soon, actually probably today. And, we're going to have him picking up the remaining development on the Polygon integration. We are expecting to get a kind of an estimate from him today. So we'll sorry, not so much an estimate. We've got an estimate. It's more about working out an actual completion date from his side so that we can then set up QA to start testing. We expect it to be pretty quick. So that's what's happened there on his side. And in terms of the JWallet development, that's very much on track. We're still getting our weekly demo videos, our Loom videos, which we've asked the developer there to provide every time there's a piece of work created or a feature update in relation to the JWallet. So he's shown some real progress there. It's also a way for us to just check around the actual requirements, if they're being met. I know Felipe, he's on the call there as well. He's going in there. He's actively reviewing the code, and so far everything is looking really good. Obviously, good high quality code, well commented, clean, efficient code is important. So we just want to maintain that kind of standard there as well. On the Hedera side, Lemonade Hedera side, we've started coding. And this week we actually successfully connected to Hedera using Hashpack. That's the Hedera wallet. So that's been a big win for us. And then in parallel, just on the Lemonade Hedera side, we've been finalizing the Lemonade tier solution and the approach that we want to take there from a technical perspective. So we are targeting to kind of finalize that early next week. There's a couple of different options. One is a kind of an iteration of what we've done before in terms of using a snapshot. Another one is using potentially a subgraph. So we're just looking at the pros and cons there and seeing, what's going to make sense from a kind of speed perspective versus complexity versus getting us out to market with this new solution, if you like. So there's a couple of conversations that needs to happen there, but hopefully next week we'll be all on the same page. We'll have agreed on what that looks like, and then we can just do our estimates. And from that estimate, then we'll have all the pieces of work that we'll need to kind of complete the Lemonade Hedera work, and we should be able to put together a kind of a final schedule, which would be exciting. And then in terms of the Stakbank Jstack dashboard auto compounding feature, so that third developer that I was talking about, once he wraps up the Lemonade Polygon work, he will then jump on to those pieces of work. He has actually seen the code, he's reviewed it, he's estimated it, and so he's got a good sense of what's involved there. So that'll be very much a fast follow after the Lemonade Polygon work is done, and we're excited for him to pick that up. And then finally, it's just the Gallery Hedera. So we've got PRD, which we're wrapping up this week, and actually today I've seen something come through, and we're going to have a final review of that next week. We get it signed off. And again, the usual process, we get in there, we'll have a look at estimating that work specific around the Hedera side. Then we'll start looking at a few of the nuances from a technical perspective there, to see kind of what needs to happen there under the hood, so to speak. And then we just keep it moving forward. But on the whole, it's been a strong couple of weeks for the Jigstack team, development team. We've with these 3 new developers now all fully integrated, everybody else is really focused on making sure that things are staying in line, that we're adhering to our process. It's getting busy in our Slack channel for sure, but it's exciting. There's definitely great signs of progress, and we're looking forward to keep the momentum going. And we'll be giving you guys another update in a couple of weeks. That's pretty much it, guys. So happy to take any questions around that.
Yeah, seems like we have a lot to go through in the next weeks and month. Thank you, Aidan.
Yep.
For that.
Yep.
Tomorrow I share the written side of this development update, and next week we will share the recording because we know that no everyone can be here hearing us. I don't know if you guys have any question, you can jump on it. We are gonna take a couple of questions, and then everyone enjoy the weekend. Kaplan, you got question from the community during the last 2 weeks, or seems everyone is pretty clear to everyone? Hey.
Hi, right, guys. Yeah, so I think about this morning, but unfortunately, anyone's asked any questions. So nothing this time around, but if anything pops up later today or another day, obviously I'll ping it across or keep it for next time, of course. But yeah, make sure you bring some questions, guys, because obviously it's the best time to use them. Get it across while the team's live.
Right.
Let's go on this time round.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Captain. In that case, I think, Aidan, we can close it up.
Thanks everyone for taking the time out of your day to jump on board and catch up. And we'll look forward to chatting again in another couple of weeks.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Have a nice one. Have a great weekend. Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye now. Bye.
Bye.